Hi, I'm Chief Meteorologist Tony Petrarca on the Pinpoint 12 Forecast Center. You've clicked on the Weather Now link, and what should be a busy evening, a lot of changes going on. And this just issued a little while ago a tornado watch in effect for the areas in yellow until 10 o'clock this evening. And while it technically does not include Rhode Island or southeastern Massachusetts, certainly, our northern suburbs, northeastern Connecticut, and far northern Rhode Island near the Mass border, even though technically we're not in the watch, it still bears close watching this evening as these storms drop down from central Massachusetts and upstate New York. So really a heads up to everyone in southern New England as far as general thunderstorms this evening, some which may be strong, but for far northern Rhode Island, that tornado watch not too far from our border, and all the more reason why we're going to watch the situation closely. The risk of tornadoes is slight, but the risk is there, and while the National Weather Service has issued that. We're taping this as of, keep in mind, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and things will change rapidly in the next several hours. There's not much going on right now as of 4 o'clock. Locally, this is Doppler radar. Let me widen out the view, and I'm going to put the specs on, put the glasses on here. And notice there's not a lot going on, but in this general area, right up in here, north and west of Providence, next couple of hours, we could get a few isolated strong thunderstorms north and west of the city, random and scattered for now. So now through about 7 o'clock in the evening. And then what we're seeing is a line, or what will develop here is a squall line of storms will develop right up in here in upstate New York shortly. And this line will drop down on top of us after 8 o'clock in the evening. So the game plan right now is for a few isolated storms north and west of Providence now till about 8 o'clock in the evening. And then after 8 o'clock in the evening, a more generous area of rain. Now, these are the temperatures as of 4 o'clock. Now, storms. These storms need warm air, and it's one reason why northern suburbs are favored for stronger thunderstorms. You see the inland areas are in the 70s to even 80. At one point, Greenville, Rhode Island, up in here, was at 81 degrees about an hour ago. And take note of this area of green. That's the sea breeze. So cooler marine air is working in along the coastline, and these storms tend to fizzle out as they approach some of this cooler ocean air. That's why we're favoring up in here. Later on this evening for perhaps some stronger thunderstorms. And that's pretty much the forecast. Now keep in mind with this map, all areas have the chance for showers and thunder. But as far as severity, the higher chance of something stronger or even borderline severe would be up in this area shaded in red. So the threat tracker for this evening, we'll keep it at that medium level for the risk of showers and strong thunderstorms. We're back to some decent weather both Saturday and Sunday. Any strong thunderstorms or even severe thunderstorms have the potential for hail, street flooding, and some strong wind gusts. And while that tornado risk is slight around here, it is something that we certainly need to watch, especially in our far northern suburbs towards the Massachusetts border, the further north and west you go of Providence. And certainly anyone that's up, you have any friends and family up in central and western Massachusetts. Here's the wider view, and you're starting to see that line of storms starting to ignite in upstate New York, and this will race to the south and east, arriving here this evening. So we still have a ways to go as far as the squall line, but out ahead of it, doesn't look like much, but little speckles of green starting to pop up. You may see some isolated storms. Here's the wider view. This is all ahead of a cold front. The severe weather outlook from the National Weather Service still has areas up in central and western Mass, and that enhanced outlook in the areas in yellow are northern suburbs. Slight risk that some thunderstorms are severe. So we'll get in real close, and we'll walk you through this hour by hour, starting off at 7 o'clock this evening, and then watch that line in western Mass, and it's drawing closer. This is 8 o'clock in the evening, and then coming through midnight, a lot of it starting to slide offshore, and then overnight tonight and by 7 o'clock on Saturday morning, we've got some decent weather coming in, and so your Saturday looks real nice before cooler arrives Saturday night. So for this evening, now through about 7 o'clock, any storms would tend to be isolated in north and west of Providence, and then a more generous area of showers and thunder, some strong, 9, 10, 11 o'clock in the evening, with temperatures in the 60s. We are back to some sunshine Saturday morning, beautiful weather, temps mid and upper 60s, and your Saturday afternoon looking pretty good with temperatures topping out in the mid 70s, some cooler air coming back in later in the day. So wrapping it up, and certainly things will be changing, and as they do, we'll do more video updates, and certainly on social media. Again, we're taping this as of 4 o'clock. It's relatively quiet right now, but things will tend to get more active later this afternoon and into the early evening hours. And then the payoff of all this stormy weather is a nice weekend coming up both Saturday and Sunday. Be sure to tune into Eyewitness News starting at 5 o'clock for more live weather updates. Keep it here to WPRI.com. And this link right here will give you some video updates as well. All right, that's the latest. Stay in touch, and we'll talk to you later.